Hey guys, Shawn folks with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Shawn video today. Taking to go out, see what things came out, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's actually a lot of things coming out. It's actually a really big release week. Probably one of the bigger release weeks in a while. And I think a lot of this stuff should be available in stores. We shall see though. Today, of course, the big movie coming out is Deadpool and Wolverine. With that one, there's a number of different versions. I know that there's two different Steelbooks. One's Deadpool, one's Wolverine featured on it more than the other. And you guys, if you get both of them, you can kind of put both of them together and kind of connect the picture. That's releasing today. Borderlands is coming out. I think I saw something about a Steelbook for that one. Also, for the first time, Sixth Sense and Signs are coming out on 4K. The movie Cuckoo is coming out. In a Violent Nature comes out on Blu-ray. It came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago on DVD, but now this is the special edition, Blu-ray of that one. I think it's going to be in Barnes & Noble from when I was looking. And then also from Criterion, Gummo is coming out for the very first time ever. It's only been available on DVD before, so now it's finally on Blu-ray and 4K. So that's one I'm definitely going to pick up. And I did the store pickup thing at Barnes & Noble, so fingers crossed, hopefully it's there. It says they did it, so we shall see. I've kind of found that sometimes with Barnes & Noble on Tuesdays, the new releases are not always like put in the section, so if you do the store pickup, then they find them. It's a really weird thing, so we shall see. I didn't do the store pickup for Violent Nature, so I'll see if I can find that one in there, because when I looked on the store locator, it says it's available, so we shall see. And it's funny is on Barnes & Noble, it looks like it's like $16.99 for the Blu-ray, but on Amazon currently the Blu-ray looks like it's sold out and selling for like $26. It's very strange, so we shall see if it's in there as well. Also, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys as well. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. But the good thing though is that, even though Target now stopped selling movies, I feel like I was talking about last week, that Barnes & Noble sort of seems to be like the new place that's kind of picking up the slack of like getting more things. And it's sort of similar to almost like Fry's Electronics back in the day. It's like when Fry's would get like more of the bigger things and like would kind of generally get like 80% of the releases. It seems sort of like Barnes & Noble is kind of going to be like that. Almost like they're starting to test it out and get more and more new releases and more obscure, smaller companies and stuff releases too. So that's the one cool thing. But these are some newer ones. This is the one that everyone's getting online, the little mini Christmas Target. And then these are kind of cool, these little gingerbread kind of like houses things here too. But we'll see what's over in the toys and stuff. Like I said, we won't see anything movie-wise anymore here. I think my suspicion is though, that like when it comes to movies like Despicable Me and stuff, they might have like a random little standee for stuff like that, for some like bigger, super hyped up titles, and maybe they'll have like one thing, like, and basically like a year they'll have maybe like 5 or 6 4Ks or Blu-rays that they have, and that's about it. That's kind of what I think, and it'll be like really big titles. When it comes to back here though, doesn't look like anything new. It's funny, this location, I feel like this area back here, they don't change it out too much. It's like always seems to be the same stuff, because I always see like Beetlejuice in the same spot, but I've yet to ever see the NECA Megan figure in any of the Targets near me. I know I've seen pictures of it though, but never have come across that one, and everything. But we'll check down the toys too and see if there's anything else different down there as well though. But yeah, in this spillover section as well, they have this spillover one and pretty much the same stuff as well here. Nothing really different that I could tell or anything like that, as well. But like today though, there's a lot of things movie-wise. Like I want to get the Gummo. I might get the Violent Nature if they have that at Barnes & Noble as well. So pretty many things today. Like I said, this is definitely one of the bigger, release weeks, I feel like, in a really long time and stuff like that. Because there's some weeks when it's just so few things coming out. Not really looking like anything too different though, toy-wise, from what I can tell though. Into Walmart we go. So we've not peeked yet, so we'll see what they have in here. I'm seeing a bunch of stuff here, so let's see. So I see for Deadpool and Wolverine, it doesn't look like they have any of the Steelbooks. It looks like those went, but I see the Blu-ray for $24.96. The Steelbooks would be $29.96. They do have this one though, which is a Walmart exclusive one, which has like a pop-up packaging. So I guess it opens like an old pop-up book. That's very cool. So it's a Blu-ray digital one. So it's $5 more for that packaging version. And then the standard, just the DVD version, is $19.96. And then Twisters, they do have one of the, Steelbooks available for $34.96, and then the standard 4K is $29.96. Let's see. Oh yeah, The Chosen came out today. This is like season 4, like a Steelbook version for that one. And then Borderlands, they have the DVD for $19.96, the Blu-ray for $22.96. Then they have a Steelbook for that one for $29.96. Like I said, guys, a lot of things today. And then they have like all of these like Hallmark ones, like a Merry Scottish Christmas, Biltmore Christmas, Miracle on Bethlehem, PA, Never Been Cursed, and then like Time for Her to Come Home for Christmas, that one. And then let's see over here, let's see if anything randomly different over here. Not seeing anything different here. Let's check over on this side. Oh, this is cool. This is a new one today. This, the Ring, for the Ring, and it's in this old school, a VHS kind of case. That's very cool. Only Walmart Steelbook limited edition one, so that's very cool. I didn't know that one was coming out. That's very cool. And let's see, in here though, I see some empty spots. I think these were older things, but then in here is a bunch of other things too, though. They have like The Chosen. That one has like that old thing with like they used to put on books. And then they have Slingshot on here, The Silent Hour, Kit Harington one, The Beast Within, Sanctuary, A Witch's Tale. And then they have the Babadook. This is the 10th anniversary, like a new edition for that one. Oddity came out. That one's available on Blu-ray as well. That was actually very, very cool. Like that one a lot. Other than that, that seems to be the main new ones I see here today. Oh yeah, and then over here in the case, I forgot to show you guys this. I ended up picking up one of these. They're very cool. They're these little, plushes. I think it's Kid Robot makes them, and you can take the head off of the turkey, and it's for Thanksgiving. So that's a really cool one. I didn't really show that one last week. Other than that, though, that's pretty much the main, new ones in here today. But like I said, a lot of stuff out here today. This is some new, like, what is this, sort of like a DJ thing? I remember back in the day, like when I was a kid, right when Limp Bizkit first came out, I think I was in the 6th grade, and I really thought I wanted to do like scratching records and stuff. I don't know what it was. I had this real obsession that I had to do that, and I had to scratch the records and do all that stuff. But when it comes to toys in here, I'm trying to see if I see anything different in here today. It's so weird seeing them bringing back these Beyblades and all of this stuff, because I remember so well when that stuff was new and everything, and just it's so weird seeing things get re-released and everything. But yeah, not really seeing anything too different here today as far as I can tell. And these goats are still here. It looks like they're selling some of these weird farting goats when you push them and then they lift their leg and fart. See? There it goes, see? See that, the farting one, but it seems like a few people are buying that one though, so they are selling. I don't remember seeing that thing too. There's a big blow up, jigsaw thing up there. I said I don't remember seeing that up there before, so they must have added that thing there. So that's kind of cool though. But they're going to probably be switching to all the Christmas stuff very soon as well. So there should be a bunch of new things coming in there too, and then we'll have to see too if there's anything new, Squish related. Let's see over here though what's left and everything like that. But you see everything here now is down to 25% off and stuff too. But you see there's not a lot of stuff left. But yeah, see these things, I didn't remember seeing all of these ones originally. Trick or Treat one, Halloween. A lot of the Spirit Halloween stores now too are having the big Art the Clown standee that they have in the store for very cheap. I was seeing people putting pictures up and stuff, buying those ones. But it's they're so big, it's where would you have room to set something like that up and stuff like that. But yeah, they still have pretty much stuff available here Halloween-wise. I've been to some locations where there's next to nothing left, in here. Into Barnes & Noble we go. Like I said, I have them all, the Gummo on hold, so it should be there. I got a text about it, but we'll see as well if I can find that in a Violent Nature, because it looks like the Blu-ray should be available on here for surprisingly enough, at least online it was showing a really decent price, but I realized though the online price might be different than the actual in-store price, so we will see on that too. I thought about that as well too. But Barnes & Noble, though, definitely has a lot more toys and, like, stuff than they used to. Like, especially this location, I feel like it's gotten much more filled with things. But you can see, though, that, like, they really are getting more stuff, like I was saying, because, you know, like right here, for example, Twisters came out today, and they have the standee for it, you know, for Twisters. So I'm glad, though, that they're really, you know, getting stuff. And this seems to me like the place where you can still really find things. Like, so for example, here's some of the new stuff. So let's see if we can find Violent Nature, like, on the shelf, because we see Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's see. So where would that be? Kind of go through here too, and I know at some point the Criterion sale is going to be going on as well, but this location to me I think has more stuff from what I can tell. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to try to find where the Violent Nature is. If not, I'll have to ask them, because it says it's in here. Let's look in the horror over here and see if they just put it in the actual, oh, see, like, for example, like Walmart didn't have Cuckoo, and they have Cuckoo in here. So see, that's like I was saying, guys, and like, see here, here's the Babadook. They got the new Blu-ray edition of this one. So I think originally Shout Factory released the Blu-ray, and now it's like IFC Films directly. Oh, see, here it is right here, the Violent Nature. But see, it's more money. It's $29.99. But online, it shows a cheaper price. So I don't know. It says right on here, though, all horror thrillers 40% off. So maybe that means that there's actually a sale on it. We shall see. I'm definitely going to get it, though, because it doesn't seem like it's online. And, you know, this is one of those movies where I didn't absolutely love it, but it's got a lot of features on it, and it has, like, the behind the scenes and making of. And I won't lie, I usually really like that stuff, especially on indie ones, especially I just see the way they do. So I don't know, just because this is what I do now, is making these movies, and I like to kind of watch the behind the scenes even more so now. I used to talk to the people, too, some of the people involved with this one, like Rai Barrett. I'm pretty sure I used to speak to him, because I think he had something to do with that distributor, Black Fawn Distribution in Canada. I might be wrong, though, but I know I used to talk to a bunch of people from that distribution company, and they have the DVD in here as well. We'll see what they ring up. Let me just see if there's anything else different that I'm noticing in here. But like I was saying, guys, this really, to me, seems like the best place to come to on Tuesday for finding more stuff. I mean, not all locations have this much stuff, but there's a lot in here. There really, really is, and they're really getting more than they used to. So happy about that, though. Let's see, though, the one that I was, you know, had them hold. Let's see if they have any more of Gummo in the actual section, because I feel like Gummo, people are going to be coming for that, I would think. I don't see any in the actual FG. No, I'm not seeing any. So let's hope they actually held them in the actual area for Gummo, because those might have already sold, though. And I'm not seeing any. Oh, no, here's one. Here's Gummo right here. So which one is this? Is this the Blu-ray? I think this is the Blu-ray version, 30% off. So they do have them over here too. So like I said, this definitely is really proved to be the place to come to find new releases and standees they're putting out and everything too. So I think this location I like better than the one I was at last Tuesday. This one I think has more stuff and everything. Yeah, so in there, though, luckily enough, everything was on sale. So everything was, the Gummo was 30% off. So it was, I think, $27 for the Blu-ray. My brother wanted the Blu-ray, and then $34 for the 4K, because I wanted to get the 4K of it. And then Violent Nature was only $17.99. It was on sale on there. It was 40% off. So if you guys want Violent Nature, definitely go in there for the Blu-ray version, because it seems like the best price. Because like I said, on Amazon, surprisingly enough, it was showing like not available. It was very weird, and it was showing more money than that. So seems like I said, Barnes & Noble really is becoming the place to go to if your location is one that sells movies. I know not all of them do, but it seems like they're kind of going to start to get them back again, because I think they're doing better now too. So it's a good thing to see that. Into the second Target we go. We'll see, though, if this one has anything different toy-wise and things like that as well. We shall see, though. See if there's anything different here in the $1, $3, and $5 spot. These are new. These are like to-go container things. These are weird, like $1. Like, these are the kind of things that they have at, like, you put like soup in and stuff. It's funny that like they're selling these ones. That's very thankful for leftovers. I guess it's like to take to like family things. Well, that's kind of weird. You come to your family's thing and you're like, Christmas party, you go, I just, or Thanksgiving, you have this, I'm ready to go for my leftovers. That's the kind of thing like Pee Wee Herman would do or something like that. But we'll see, though. It's anything different, though, toy-wise. But we shall see, though. We shall see. But you guys can see, though, this location, though, has a whole lot more that goes from here all the way down. And, like, some of the stuff in here, too, like, I've noticed, like stuff like this, like the Deadpool taco truck. Like, that I've never seen that in any of the other locations. And this one has a lot more of, like, the bigger pop ones that have, like, the big backings to them and stuff. But still not seeing any of those Megan ones. Like I said, it's so weird. You never see that. This one has these Munsters figures here. I think these ones, too, like, some of the other locations I've never seen them at, and I've noticed too, anytime they get in these Super 7, like anything Super 7 in here goes so quick. Like they're supposed to have those NECA ones that are the kids wearing the masks that are like Gremlins and a couple other ones, but like I think they're supposed to have them in Targets, and there's those kind of things when they come in, they're gone so quick though. And I was saying something about standees. This is what I think the Target's going to keep having, is these kind of things like they have for Despicable Me 4. Hopefully they continue to have those for select movies though. Into the second Walmart we go. It's already getting dark. It gets dark much earlier now, but we shall see if there's anything different in this one. But we'll head back though, and we'll see. You guys can see like they're already getting all the Christmas stuff out. See, Merry Christmas already. It's switched over to it and stuff like that though. But we will go back there and, like I said, see anything different. The one thing that's good about this particular location though is, at least as of now, the movies are not locked up, so you guys can actually, you know, look at the back and pick them up and stuff. But I was noticing online, though, that the Steelbooks are selling very quickly. So if you guys come across them, apparently they're very, like, sought after. I think I'm seeing some of them in here right now. It looks like they actually have some of this. No, I'm wrong. This is not the Steelbook. This is the standard, 4K one. But if you guys come across the Steelbooks, though, they're going very quickly. I saw people were selling them online, like on eBay, like both of them for like $100 for one, or both of the covers for $200. So it's just sort of crazy. It seems like they're going very quick. But in this location, though, like I said, you guys can pick up the items and, look at the stuff that's usually locked up. So in this one, let's see the new films that the other one had. So, like, the Chose, and like I said, it has this thing on here they used to put on, like, those books back in the day. I remember, like, I don't know what kind of thing it was, like a certain kind of an award thing. This one, too, I definitely want to see. I should be getting a copy to review for this one called Slingshot. And then Silent Hour, which has... I don't know this movie. If you guys have seen this one, let me know how this one was. This is another one that came out today, The Beast Within, and I was mentioning, the Kit Harington movie. I don't know much about this one either. And then, like I was mentioning, Oddity I really liked. I should have looked to see if they had this one at Barnes & Noble, but this one was definitely one. I'm going to pick up the Blu-ray of this one down the line. And then the Babadook here, which has some new features and stuff on it. They did have the Blu-ray for this one at Barnes & Noble if you guys want to pick up the Blu-ray version. Other than that, though, they have some of the horror stuff down here, too, as well. So anyway, though, guys, that was off my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. In the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, though, this past weekend, I did see a couple new films in the theaters. The first one I saw is definitely one I'll tell you guys don't bother with. For the first 5 minutes, I thought, okay, I might like this movie. And this might be kind of my style, but it was a movie called Rumors with Cate Blanchett, but oof, that was so bad. And it was one of those things, I very rarely am really bored with something and will say something really sucked. To me, that was not good. I don't know how to put it into words. There's something about that was just bad in all areas and all levels. Hopefully there's no air blowing into the back of the thing. But the other movie that I saw was Smile 2, which I really liked. That's one of the ones that I will say I thought part 2 was way better than the first movie. I liked the first one a lot, but the second one was so much better. And I thought Naomi Scott did a great job. I thought it was a really good story and very gory and really went for it. I was very, very, and I also thought too, Jack Nicholson's son you know, they put him on the poster. He's not in a ton of the movie, but he was really good. Like, you can see, too, it's sort of setting up for him to, in the future, do a role like his father did that's like a, you know, a Shining type role. I could really see him doing something as the lead. And, you know, in the future, I hopefully he gets to do that. And the other film that I saw was, you know, the re-release for the 35th anniversary of Back to the Future 2. I've pretty much seen that every time they release that again, because I'm pretty sure as a little kid I saw the second movie. I know for sure I saw the third movie. That's the one I keep hoping they do a re-release of as well. Because, see, I think next year will be the 35th anniversary for that one. So, fingers crossed, hopefully that one will actually go back to theaters. Because I would love to see that in theaters, you know, again. But I saw it the 15th, you know, the part 2 when it was in 2015, when it was basically the date they went back in time to. So that was the last time I saw it in theaters. And then before that, I don't know if they ever had any like other re-releases or anything for the movie. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, give it, you know, definitely give this video a thumbs up. But now stay tuned for the brand new DVD Blu-ray and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Universal, and this is one that I actually liked a lot more than I thought I was going to. I actually, you know, saw this one in theaters and wasn't even sure I was going to, because the original movie, I remember seeing it as a kid, and like, you know, really, it was so loud in the movie, and like I remember like leaving it halfway through because it was just too loud. And I remember like that was early on, before I knew about like sound issues with me and stuff like that. But that movie, and it was one of those ones I always remember leaving. But it was, you know, the original Twisters. But now we have the new Twisters, which I didn't leave. I watched the whole movie, and it wasn't loud like that in the same kind of way. Like, I don't know. I think back then it was just like the first time I really had seen something like that with that kind of surround and stuff. And it was just like too much. It was just too much back then. But I you know, so I probably only watched, like, for the original movie, maybe like half of it or so. I don't think I ever really finished it. I know I went to the ride, you know, the show, the kind of like the ride show thing you can see at Universal. I saw that a couple different times, but when it came to the original movie, I may have never successfully finished that movie. I finished Night of the Twisters with Devon Sawa. For some reason, I like that one. And then there was like a weird Twisters movie with Crispin Glover as well. But when it comes to the new Twisters, which is pretty much a remake of the original for the most part, they don't have as much with the technology as much, because the original, they had all those like ball things that would go up in the Twister, and there was more tech stuff they were kind of playing up and stuff. This one stars Glen Powell, and I like I said, I thought this was actually pretty good, and it's basically them as Twister hunters kind of going to get as close as they can as the Twister, and, you know, kind of what happens and everything. But I thought it was a very, very fun film. I definitely am wondering if they're going to do more, you know, of the, you know, continue this series on. It has on here, though, deleted scenes, a gag reel, and behind-the-scenes featurettes on this one. Now, the next one here, this one was from Disney and Marvel Studios. Now, this one, too, this is a really cool, this is the Steelbook release for Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, they have two different Steelbooks you guys can get, and technically you guys can put them both together and kind of like have them both. So this one they sent is the Wolverine-centric cover, but then they have one, if you guys can see, the one is basically Deadpool right here. So there's a version of this where it's Deadpool, and then Wolverine would be down here. You guys see on the back, too, you see Wolverine's symbol on the back, and it has the digital copy, and then, you know, it's a 2 discs, so the Blu-ray and then the 4K. So you guys can see you have Deadpool on the Blu-ray, and then Wolverine is on the 4K. I don't know if you guys get like the alternate cover, if then like the 4K, if they like reverse them or something like that. I doubt it, though. But when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine, though, feature-wise, though, this one has on here, though, gag reel, deleted scenes, a bunch of different featurette, Finding Madonna, featurette on here, commentary track on here with the director and Ryan Reynolds. But when it comes to this movie, I really like this movie a lot. I was really happy, too, that they allowed the film to be as like out there as the first two, because I knew, you know, there was kind of talk when you know, this movie was going over to Disney, if they were going to allow it to be as R-rated and gory and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like, honestly, like the violence and the gore and stuff is almost more than the other ones. So I feel like I'm glad that they didn't like tone it back. And I think nowadays too, when it comes to superhero films, I think people are all really starting to prefer, for the most part, that they're R-rated. I think that we're going to start to see more and more of them go in that position. Like even that one, like Traeger or something like that. The one with Aaron Taylor Johnson, you know, from Kick-Ass. Like that one, they're playing up so much the R rating on it, which is like, I'm almost so surprised that they didn't have the new Venom rated R, because I feel like they probably could have, and it might even have done better with an R rating, because that source material and that whole character feels like it needs to be rated R. The next one here is from Paramount, and this is from their new line, Paramount Scares. And, this is what they have on top here, but it's from, Paramount, but they have their line. They started the Paramount Scares line. And this is Addams Family Values, available for the first time on 4K. This is one of those movies that I have watched so many times throughout my life. Like, I cannot even tell you how many times I watched this movie. And I believe that they're going to be putting it back in theaters next month for like 2 or 3 nights, something like that. So I'm going to really definitely try to see this in theaters, because I saw it in theaters when it first came out originally, in 1993. I was like 5, 6, 7, like 8 years old, I believe, when it came out. So I've always been obsessed with the Addams Family, and especially these two movies, both of the Addams Family films. The third one, though, that they made too, everyone kind of forgot about that one. It's honestly, it was like a TV movie, and it was a different cast and everything. It had Daryl Hannah in it, but honestly, some point, hopefully someone puts that on DVD, even on DVD. It's never even had anything. I think it was only on VHS, and it's not that bad. It's always kind of weird when there's like a third one in the series that kind of gets forgotten about. It's just like how no one ever discusses there's Problem Child 3, and that like poor movie. It's not any good, but it's always like, go away. You know what I mean? It's always so weird how there's like movies like that. But Addams Family Values is such a great movie. It's basically, though, Fester ends up meeting a woman, and it's, and it basically disrupts the whole house. And it's Joan Cusack is the woman that he meets, and she basically has very bad plans for Fester. And the kids end up getting sent away, Wednesday and Pugsley, to summer camp, because she's trying to, hook into Fester and make sure if they can't talk Fester, and make, them realize, make Fester realize that she's bad and stuff like that. So basically, they get sent to summer camp, and their life's a living hell for Wednesday and Pugsley at camp. And it's just a really fun movie. Like I said, I cannot tell you how many times I watched this movie. It has a comedy track on here with the director as well as the writer, and a featurette on the movie here as well. The next one here, this was from Sony, to let you guys know that was available. And this is the complete final season of the show, The Crown, here. And this one has on here 3 different featurettes: a family saga, royal weddings, and a lasting legacy featurette on this one here as well. Like I said, just want you guys know this was available if you guys were a fan of the TV show, The Crown. The next ones here, these ones are from moviezing.com, and I have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. Now, this one is from Warner Brothers, and this is available for the first time. I think it came out in some other countries on 4K, I believe, but this is the first time in America that this has ever come out to 4K. And this is the film The Hitcher, which stars Rutger Hauer. And I have always loved this movie. This is one of those movies too, it's like really tells you don't pick up hitchhikers, and like and never mess around with that. It's never a good thing. And basically, C. Thomas Howell's character picks up Rutger Hauer as his hitchhiker, and it basically, his life becomes like a nightmare from this. And this guy, he comes to find out who he is, and that he's terrible, and he's like, killed these people. It's just a living nightmare, but it is a great movie. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in the film as well. Her character's working at this diner that the kid stops at when he's trying to figure out what to do, and he realizes about this guy and keeps being around and can't get away from him. But this is a great movie. They did a remake of this as well in like 2010 or 8 or something like that, but I remember they did a remake for this one. This one has on here, though, archival commentary track on here, and a brand new interview with the director, and a theatrical trailer on this one here. The next one here, now this is one from Moviezing as well, and it's also from Sony, and this is one I'm so glad now is available on 4K. I never thought this movie would come out from on 4K, and it's from Sony Pictures Classics. And this is a documentary which I really feel like if it wasn't for this, I probably wouldn't be doing what I do now and making movies or anything. I feel like this was really one of the biggest pushes that I ever had for me personally to really want to do movies, and this was American Movie. I don't think I can think of anything more when it comes to this, and probably Ed Wood, that really have been, like, to me, really big things, especially American Movie, because this just felt so much like me and everything like this. And basically it's a documentary about this guy who is trying to make this movie called Coven, and it's basically this problem and all these issues about him trying to make the film, and him involving his family and his grandfather, and getting money from his grandfather to put into the film, and the issues with the actors and locations and editing, and everything you can imagine. But it's one of those things where it's incredible characters. Everybody in this that's interviewed, and it's almost like you feel like it's scripted, but it's not. This is genuine, real people. But it's just, I feel like too, it's like almost like a real version of Best in Show. It's like, that's the best way to describe it. But it has on here, though, a director and cast commentary, deleted scenes, Coven short film on here, and a theatrical trailer. But if you guys have never seen this documentary, do yourself a favor. This is absolutely incredible. The next one here is from Mill Creek, and this is Icons Unearthed Fast and Furious. And this is basically a 6-part documentary on the Fast and Furious series, and it interviews people like Tyrese Gibson, T.I. Harris, Lucas Black, and, you know, people involved in the films. You know, this J. Perry, who was a stunt coordinator, and basically talking to people, you know, about the Fast and Furious series. And when I think about Fast and Furious 2, I always remember, like, that came out, like, I think when I was, like, in driver's ed. And I remember, like, the driver's teacher was like, don't ever drive like they do in Fast and Furious, that movie. It's very dangerous. I always remember that. The next one here, this was from a company called One Tree, I believe is the company. I'll have a link below, though, for this one, but it's called Eldritch USA. And this was an interesting, fun kind of horror musical. And I will say, though, too, in here, like, there were some pretty catchy songs in this, especially the first one about the guy talking about this guy that he was jealous of, that he works with and everything. And it's like, basically, though, something ends up happening. It ends up becoming kind of like it's almost like a zombie thing. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of, like, My Boyfriend's Back from the Dead. And it had that kind of vibe a little bit to it. And there's so many, like, horror references in this movie, too. Like, lots of different, like, references to horror films and things like that. So that I really liked as well. It has on here, though, deleted scenes, extended scenes, and a gag reel on this one. And the next one I got here are from Vinegar Syndrome. There's some cool releases here to show you guys that are available. The first one, I have the one in the limited slipcase for this one. It's a movie here called Mindbenders. And this movie was from 1987. It's kind of somewhat similar to, like, Disturbing Behavior a little bit, in that kind of a vibe. And basically about the school where the headmaster of the school, the principal basically goes and brings this person in that kind of goes and behavior controlling to the kids. And basically these guys that have this radio station or at the school are kind of realizing that things are going on, and they're trying to figure out what's going on and what's starting to control people. Really cool movie. It has on here, though, scanned and restored in 4K from its original 35mm camera negative. Has a commentary track on here with the director and actor Skip Lacey. Commentary track on here with the Cinematic Void podcast. Making of on here, on this one here as well. Like I said, really cool slipcover on this one here as well. The other one here from Vinegar Syndrome, and this is one, I feel like I remembered seeing this one years back. I can't remember if it was on, like, some multi-pack or something, because I really remembered this one involving, like, Indian reservation and, like, this burial ground and, like, basically moving the bodies and stuff like that. And it was a movie here called The Ghost Dance. Like I said, I can't remember when I saw this one, but I know at one point I remembered seeing it. I may have even talked about it before, maybe like when it was on DVD or something like that. This one has on here newly restored and scanned in 4K from the original 35mm internegative, a commentary track on here with genre film critic, author J.A. Kernsworth. It has on here, though, looking into the past, an interview with the writer and director, interview on here with the writer and the producer, interview with the stunt coordinator, and a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. And the last ones here to let you guys know that are available are from Mondo Macabro. And the first one here is one called The Warrior. And this one has on here, this is the digital transfer film, a new interview with filmmaker Joko Anwar, a new interview with the special effects maestro, L. Baldwin, new interview on here with the assistant director on here as well. And the other one here, this is a 2-movie one. This is a double feature. This has The Warriors and the Blind Swordsman, and The Warrior and the Ninja on here. And this one has on here, like I said, the 2 different films. Let's see if it has anything feature-wise. I don't think it has any features on here to mention, I believe. And then the last one, this one, I definitely have got to cover this up. I've got to have my hand like this, because there's nothing I can really show on this one, but it's one called I Am a Nymphomaniac, and then one called I Am Frigid ... Y. But I can't show the cover for that one, though. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.